Over the past several years, I've been learning to cook and bake. I enjoy cooking alone in silence. I enjoy turning up the music and cooking with my spouse. I'm growing to enjoy cooking and baking with my kids. We've cooked and baked a lot at home during the pandemic, and it's taught me a few faith lessons. Here are 3. Number 1, the cookbook and the Bible both require interpretation. The text, both recipes and scriptures, provide me with a foundation, a firm starting point. But textual literalism never ends well in faith or cooking. Sometimes I bake the chicken like the recipe, but it's still a little raw, and I interpret it needs more time. Sometimes the recipe calls for fresh herbs, but I only have dried. Sometimes the recipe calls for jalapenos and cayenne pepper, but I can't tolerate too much spice. Cooking, baking, and faith are contextual. There are foundational texts and time-tested techniques, but they must be interpreted in practice. Number 2, it won't look like the picture. The picture beside the recipe always looks perfect, and it should. It was cooked by a professional, and it was photographed by a professional. Mine always look lackluster in comparison. My bakes are sometimes a little burnt around the edges. My veggies are sometimes a little wilted. And my presentation just doesn't look as appealing as the picture. It used to bother me, especially since I sometimes select a recipe based on the picture. I've done the same with my faith, measuring myself against others, then becoming disappointed when my practice doesn't look picture perfect. Cooking and baking are helping me give my faith a little grace. Neither are perfect, and neither need to be perfect. Number 3, spills are inevitable. An errant knife will eventually find your finger. Hot grease will inevitably pop onto your skin. You will misread 1 tablespoon for 1 teaspoon. You will forget an essential ingredient at the store. You will stain your clothes. Your kids will miss the bowl completely and pour on the countertop. But spills have towels. Wounds get Band-Aids. You can run back to the store. Sins get grace. The broken find wholeness. The fractured are extended forgiveness. And the outsider finds welcome. We gain experience from our successes and learn from our mistakes. So give yourself a heaping tablespoon of grace in the kitchen and in the church. Trust me, it's in the recipe.